what is yoga? The actual word is yog and it originated in India. However, when yog from India goes to the Western world, it becomes yoga. It comes from Rishi Patanjali, and he's the guru, he's the father of yoga, and there have been multiple stories. Some people say that he was born from fish stomach and he's Shiva's son. Some people say that he was a avatar of Sheshanag. And then there's a story that once he was inside the water and doing some rituals and homas and pujas. And then Patanjali, how did he get his name? Rishi Patanjali. Pat means a leaf or a petal leaf. And Anjali is when it's a mudra, when you join your both hands or palms together. So that mudra is known as Anjali. So Pat, leaf, and Anjali is your palms folded together. So in the mudra, as if you're receiving something. So he was inside the water doing his morning rituals, and all of a sudden a leaf came and fall into his hands. And he got the wisdom, necessary wisdom and knowledge. So that's how he got his name, Rishi Patanjali, and he started yoga, which I have shared already. Yoga is the original word. Also, it comes from a Sanskrit word, which is yuj. Yuj means judna, to get connected. Now, connected to whom? We are connected to rest of the world through social media, all the sites, but this is connection with the divine or connection with your inner self. Okay, so whenever you do any kriya or asana, and I'm going to make another video on this, that what is the difference between a kriya and an asana. However, for now, when you do yoga, it's not just a physical exercise. It is a connection by doing yoga, because you also pay attention to your breath work. You connect with your inner self, your inner child, and that's how the well-being comes from inside. So yoga works at your physical level, your mental thought level, also your chit or your man, which is most important, and also helps you in your spiritual development. What are the other definitions of yoga? चित्त की वृत्तियों को रोकना योग है. What it means is that we all mostly operate out of compulsions. Compulsions could be anything. It could be, we could be addicted to certain substance. It could be compulsion in terms of our behavior, nature, or in our relationship. So mostly our compulsions, we are governed by our compulsions, which actually stops our growth or progress or transformation. So whenever we start working on ourselves, God will throw a test on you to see if you're ready or not. So in order to end those compulsions, that is what is meant by चित्त की वृत्तियों को, वृत्तियां are compulsions, को रोकना योग है. So that stability wherein you are able to let go of your compulsion, that is what is योग is. चित्त की चंचलता को काबू में लाना योग है. All right, so that stability that you get is योग. आत्मा और परमात्मा का मिलन योग है. So you are connecting with the divine. When you are getting in touch with your inner self, you are actually connecting with the rest of the universe and divine, because it's all the same. These are not different aspects. Okay, कोई भी काम को कुशलता और पूर्णता से ही करना योग है. So whatever is your karma, whatever is your work, it could be your job, it could be looking after your children, it could be about being a good wife or a good husband. Whatever you do, giving your 100% when you do it, and doing that not as just a ritual or to put a tick mark in some task sheet, but to do it from your heart with all your love is also yoga. Setting up a goal and pursuing it is also yoga. If you have ambitions, if you have goals and you are dedicated to it, you are passionate about it, that's also yoga. It's a meditation. Har cheez mein yoga hai. And the 5 senses that we talk about, sight, taste, smell, touch and words, or रूप, रस, गंध, स्पर्श, शब्द. पांच इंद्रियों को काबू में लाना योग है. When you get the control over your five senses, that is when you get the remote control of all these five senses in your hands. That is yoga, and that is when you become empowered in your life. So get your remote control of your life in your hands with yoga.